Hello and welcome to Skittles Saturday Suggestions. My name is Sarah Tillinghast. I'm a Platinum Certified Whole Brain Teaching Instructor, and today I want to talk to you about wonder words. All right, so this is part of a jam-packed question that an educator asked. She asked about brainy gestures, punctuation, and wonder words. It was a huge question that had a lot of meat to it. So I think after this week, I will have answered all of her questions. And I do apologize for last week. I did have to cut the video off filming in classroom at a school, unless I come in maybe at midnight. That would be the only time I wouldn't be getting interrupted. So if you have any further questions on grammar, please feel free to email me. But today we're going to talk about wonder words. So starting wonder words, you need to make sure they have the gestures down. So we first teach the gestures. I put up the cards, like you can see part of them back here. So I'm going to go through all of those. So the first one is who. Who, you just point, like you're pointing to a person, who. What, it's like you're opening a dictionary. When, you're tapping your watch, your pretend watch. I have a Fitbit actually, so I talk about how my Fitbit tells me the time. When, and then where, it's like you're looking for something. Why is cause and effect. So my hand's coming across and it's causing my other hand to move. How, steps in a process. How is it alike? And how is it different? So I'm going to go over those again, but I'm going to first, I've done this in both other videos. So these are brainy gestures. These are not American Sign Language. So American Sign Language and brainy gestures are different. So the brainy gesture is what we use to teach our students the concept so that their motor cortex can remember it. So we often have educators ask, well, why are you using this gesture instead of American Sign Language? And I understand if you are a classroom that uses American Sign Language, then you can use American Sign Language. However, I just want to caution you on that, because if you're not using American Sign Language in your classroom, you don't need to start using American Sign Language to have brainy gestures. Because, and the reason I say that is I use American Sign Language in my home for my son, and I do not use it in my classroom. I do not have students that need that American Sign Language. So I have them use brainy gestures. However, if I were ever to have a student in my class who uses American Sign Language for that school year, I would use American Sign Language instead of these gestures that I'm teaching you today, because it's important that we support our students, if that makes sense. So again, the wonder words are who, pointing to a person. What, you're opening the dictionary. When, tapping your watch. Where, you're looking for a place. Why, it's a cause and effect question. How, there's three hows. So how, step in the process. How is it the same? So your hands are doing the same thing. How is it different? Okay, so I teach the questions, I teach the gestures. When I start asking questions, I use the gestures. So boys and girls, can you tell me who was the main character in our story? Ert. So you have to also teach the question mark gesture. This is how I do the question mark gesture. There is no whole brain teaching police. If you learned it a different way, then do it that way. But my question mark gesture is this. Ert. Okay, so and then I just start bringing in different pictures in books. I have students ask questions. Can anyone come up with some what questions for me about the story? Wonder word questions. Or if we're learning a concept in science, okay, so like in October it was fire safety. And I talked that I had them ask questions about fire safety using wonder words questions. So I had all of mine covered at the beginning of kindergarten, and we slowly unlocked each one. I did not unlock who first. I actually unlocked why first, because I noticed during the first week of school, I had a lot of kids asking me why. It's been a fun year so far. Lots of beloved rascals, always questioning everything we do. Love it. So I actually unlocked Y first, and I taught them that gesture. So, oh wow, yeah, wonder words are amazing. They're so amazing for learning, not just books, not just in reading, but science, social studies, math. It's amazing. So I highly recommend implementing wonder words when you are ready in your classroom. It's a great strategy. It's great for critical thinking. If you have any further questions, feel free to email me about wonder words. Bye.